Okay, here what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to make Baharat. Baharat is a spice blend, a spice mix. Baharat is an Arabic spice mix. Now, Arabic, we're talking about Middle Eastern Arabic spice blend, because Arabic is spoken to many countries in the world, many places in the world. You can go into some places in the world and say Baharat, and they'll look at you strange, maybe. Possibly. Like if I was in Sarajevo and I said, do you have some Baharat spice blend? I'm not exactly sure I could get it, or that they would know what I'm talking about. Or then maybe they would be, you know. But if I was in Bahrain and I asked for Baharat, it's probably the first spice they got on the shelf. Okay, I'm going to show you how to make a homemade Baharat spice blend, Arabic spice blend. So I brought the volume down because I don't want a big bottle of this stuff, because I don't know the next time I'm going to be making myself an Arabic meal. Hey, could be soon, but it's easy enough to make. And so here's what I'm going to do. We'll start out. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ingredients. I'm going to start out with the ones that I have powdered, ground already. And that would be, I got some powdered paprika here, and I'm going to use 1 tablespoon, and here's my mixing jar. 1 tablespoon of powdered paprika. So I go in here and I dig out a tablespoon. That's a tablespoon. Into the jar it goes. Now, what else do I have here that's already ground? And that would be my coriander. So what I'm going to do is measure out 1/2 a tablespoon of coriander powder. Alright, that's about a tablespoon. Let me smell. Oh, you got the spice. I love spices. That goes in the jar. Now, looking around here, it doesn't look like I have anything else that's already ground up already, so we're going to have to go do the grinding ourselves here in the mortar. Okay, so we got 1 tablespoon of paprika and 1/2 a tablespoon of coriander. Now, we're going to do the black pepper. I want 1 tablespoon of black pepper, so you know, we're kind of estimating here. Hey, it's all good. So, I figure 1 tablespoon of ground peppers should be a tablespoon of powdered peppers. Boom. It's a lot, but apparently this spice mix is heavy on the pepper, black pepper. Okay, now cloves. 1/2 of tablespoon of cloves. I do have cloves here. I think that's a lot of cloves too, because cloves are very strong. But hey, that's the whole idea. Different countries have different spice arrangements and different quantities of those spices, which give them the unique textural, flavoral texture of their cuisine. So got the same philosophy here. 1/2 a tablespoon of cloves should be 1/2 a tablespoon of cloves. Boom. Throw them in there. That's a lot of cloves. I mean, but you know, we'll just do what they say to do here. And I can put my clothes. Ooh, what a smell! Put my clothes away. Next, ground cumin. Oh, I do have some ground cumin. So I will put the ground cumin in here, and they want 3/4 of a tablespoon. I don't have a 3/4 tablespoon, so what I'm gonna do, we're gonna estimate. Nothing's an exact science, right? And so there's your 3/4 of a tablespoon in there. No matter what, you're gonna taste it. Alright. We got the cumin in there. Now, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cardamom. That ain't much at all. I do have a 1/4 teaspoon on this thing here, but that's not much at all. So there we are. I'll try to get a heaping teaspoon of that. Came to about 5 of them. I'm going to put one more in for good luck. One more green cardamom in for good luck. I'm using green because I saw a lot of the Qatari recipes call for green. Now, we got the cardamom in there. Ground cinnamon we never got in there. So they wanted 1/2 tablespoon. I guess that's a 1/2 teaspoon. It's not even, but we're gonna let it go for 1/2 tablespoon of ground cinnamon that I shall grind up here. And what else? I know this is unorganized, but if you go back to the video, you're gonna get everything that goes in here. Okay. Now, nutmeg. 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. I guess that's a teaspoon. One nutmeg is a teaspoon, so I'll throw that in there. A little more or less ain't gonna kill it. So here we go. A little bit. We're gonna ground this stuff up in the grinder. Whoop! Stuff is obviously flying all over the place. So let me get a rough cut. This is why people buy the pre-ground stuff, but you want to know something? There is no comparison at all. It don't even come close to comparison of fresh ground herbs over the stuff you buy that's already ground in the bottle. So that's, you know, the only reason I still have ground stuff around in these is that I bought that before I bought this mortar and pestle. Now that I have the mortar and pestle, you rest assured this is what I'm going to be doing, grinding my spices, because I'll tell you, I've never smelled anything in my life like this right here. Alright? It looks like the green cardamom is getting a little bit rough to grind up. I'll just go in with the spice the way it is. There's another way I could chuck this to a blender, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it raw and chunky the way it is. So this is what we have thus far in there, and it's hard to see. And I'm rather new at using these mortar and pestles, so my technique isn't going to be up to the technique of somebody that's been using these things for 20 or 30 years. But this is, I guess, ground enough. As I look in here, it seems like it's ground enough. Okay? And this mixture is going to go in with the powdered mixture I have over there. Alright? Wow, what a smell. How are we going to transfer this? We'll use the tablespoon here and transfer this powder into the jar with the other already ground chemicals. So ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is Baharat, Arabian spice, Middle Eastern Arabian spice, Baharat spice mix, Middle Eastern Arabic spice mix, Baharat. We'll get it all in there. Get it all in there. No, we don't want to spill it all over the place, do we? No. Now, you really gotta appreciate this video, because I'll tell you, there can't be too many videos on the internet with some English guy showing you how to make Baharat. So, you English-speaking people out there are lucky. Even though this was all thumbs, you got the recipe. I said the amounts in each one of those. And there is a formula. Even on the internet, you'll see the formula. And I conform to that formula for those 8 spices. Now, I'm going to mix all those 8 spices up now. This is Baharat, a Middle Eastern Arabic spice mix that's used. It's very common. And I'm going to use it in Machboos, the national dish of Qatar, because that's what I got on my National Cuisine Night Challenge. I picked Qatar, and I'm going to make Machboos, their national dish. Actually, I believe Saudi Arabia and Bahrain also have Machboos, I hope I'm saying it right, as their national dish. And this is one of the herbs they use in the dish. Alright? There you go. Machboos, Baharat spice mix. This is the Baharat spice mix. Okay, that's how we do it.